The Nintendo Switch is 21 years old. It can get into bars. So when Nintendo announced a new Direct, at first I was like, But then I was like, woohoo! Oh my God! Move over, Luigi. The year of Gamecube is upon us, and it is glorious. Metroid Prime Remaster is not a trilogy, because this game deserves the entire year to itself. But the Nintendo said, no, we don't want that, and put Batten Kaitos 1 and 2 in the Direct. How can a single mini-disc handle all this attention? It can't. So Nintendo did the next best thing and announced Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Expansion Pass Volume 3 as a digital download. Samba de Amigo returns to shake maracas with motion controls because the analog sticks on your controllers don't work. Dead Cells goes somewhere it has never gone before and returns to Castlevania. But how is this thing going to play Tron Identity? By turning it into Yawn Identity. Mickey Mouse, beloved by children all over the world. Goofy, Donald, Minnie, all characters that excite the imaginations of children. But not when they look like this. Decapolice is the detective parts of Batman, taking place in a virtual training simulator for new recruits. Then the Riddler hacks in and changes the programming, causing hijinks and hilarious shenanigans. This is the game of the show. Bayonetta Origins. They turned a tall, seductive dominatrix into a little girl with a cat. Controlling the cat and Cereza at the same time to get around obstacles, controlling them at the same time so that Cereza's support and the cat is the attacker, controlling them at the same time to throw you off. Platinum Games is going to make sure you play Astral Chain even if it means calling it Bayonetta. Nintendo is admitting they moved too fast by releasing Splatoon 3 and decided to put Splatoon inside your Splatoon 3. Shop the original stores, do original Salmon Run, avoid talking to this dude living in the alley. Is this too much for you? Well, how about Pikmin 4? Holy Moses! Who is this? Who's this? Who is this? What's this? Miyamoto has a dog in this game. Can you pet the dog? Fire, ice, everything nice. But then the calm. The Omega Strikers swept over the valley and brought peace from the Sea of Stars. Wanderers, traveling the paths of Octo, released upon the masses of Dimma. Katamari, they declared. We love Katamari. But there was no harmony, only the fall of reverie. But then Advance Wars got a release date. Orange versus blue versus pink.
It's light red.
Online play happening April 21st. But then The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX for Game Boy gets announced for Switch Online. Tetris, the granddaddy of bathroom gaming. Super Mario Land 2, Gargoyle's Quest. I don't know what that is. Game & Watch Gallery 3, Alone in the Dark, Metroid 2, Wario Land 3, Kirby's Dream Land, all with filters to mimic the Game Boy Pocket, or the Game Boy Color. But that, you don't care. You only care about one thing, and that's Game Boy Advance. E-reader levels in Super Mario Advance 4. Nintendo wants you to buy the Switch Online expansion tier. So if you do, you get GBA games like WarioWare Mega Micro Games, Gori Gori Goro, and Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, local and online play for supported games. But then The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap for Game Boy Advance. Professor Layton walks into a street, then does nothing. Etrian Odyssey 1 and 2 and 3 get an HD remake with updates that take out the only interesting parts of the original games. But then Fire Emblem, which had games on the Gamecube, has information released about Wave 2 and Wave 4 DLC, but nothing for Wave 3, or I fell asleep during that part. Oh, and Zelda was there too.
I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.